Let's go right into running backs here. And this time of year, this is how we're going to start waiver wires. You need to know who's on a bye. You might be watching this and be like, oh boy, I actually do need help when I thought I didn't. Bijan Robinson, Josh Jacobs, Jalen Warren, who was hurt last week, so maybe some much-needed rest for Jalen Warren. Kenneth Gainwell, who filled in nicely for Jalen Warren, and DeAndre Swift. So with that, let's take a look at who's actually out there. And I think we have to start with the rookie, Woody Marks, right now, that is taking over the Texans' backfield slowly from Nick Chubb. D'Amico Ryans had a lot of positive things to say about Woody Marks after this weekend's win for the Texans.
It's exciting to see Woody show up the way he showed up, like some of the runs he made, like making guys miss in the hole, playing physical, some of our short yardage runs, him being able to get downhill in the passing game, not just the catching the ball and running, but the protection. He had some really good protection clips as well. I thought just overall, like he had a really outstanding game for a rookie to step in and play the way that he played. Really, really proud of what he did. He sparked a lot of excitement for us.
Yeah, I mean, you heard D'Amico Ryans say it, just the way Woody hit the hole. Really impressive to everyone. And obviously that kills the Chubb. You know what I mean? Like just nothing makes a Chubb go down in terms of value. Of course, fantasy value I'm talking about. Nothing makes a Chubb go down more than like a young Woody showing up.
Yes.
There's only so much I could do for this show.
Yeah.
I just want you to know.
There is only one fully chubbed running back in the Houston backfield, and that ain't St. Nick.
No, it's not.
It's the great Woody Marks.
That's correct.
It was taken over. And he should be the number one guy on waivers. Now, it's strange, Connor, because what happened?
I'm just looking at the comments. I like to see the reaction after bits, see how they're working.
Yes.
See if it's a 6 out of 10, a 9 out of 10, sometimes a 2 out of 10.
It's always better.
I'm listening.
Yeah. No, I think... So the concern about the Texans' backfield, outside of the fact that we didn't feel great about any of these guys individually, was the offensive line. But the offensive line showed some signs of decency or decency adjacents in the win over the Titans. And Woody Marks as well, just the level of explosion, his ability as a pass catcher. So we see his carry chart just going all over the place. Also, Woody Marks offering a little bit of pass protection too, Connor?
What's the name of his game? That was the thing he was best at in college, is catching the ball out of the backfield, playing a heavy pass-catching role. That's how, his team used him. So that was his skill set coming in that you felt he can contribute. But I think the Texans, Matthew, just don't have a choice. He needs to do everything for them.
That's the point, right? I mean, like, this is an offense that has really struggled to sort of get going, and he did, all jokes aside, provide a spark. I mean, you heard Coach Ryan say that right there. And so, look, the workload is there, right? 21 touches, played 58% of the snaps. He had an 86 utilization score. Again, that is a number on a scale of 1 to 100 created by Dwayne McFarland of Fantasy Life to let you know how much a player is being used, but more importantly, how much of the underlying data and metrics predict future fantasy success. And so a 86 utilization score tells you this is like a mid-tier RB2 that has the ability to rise up and be a number one running back. 18% target share in week 4. That was third most on the team. And to me, this is similar to Trey Benson last week. This is a guy that, like, if you've been holding onto your number one waiver spot, if you've got a bunch of fab and you're struggling, this is a push all your chips into the middle kind of game. Still no timetable for Joe Mixon's return. I think there's a reasonable chance we don't see Joe Mixon at all this year. And even if he does show up, like, Woody Marks has a real opportunity here, and I think he's going to all jokes aside, like, take this ball and run with it, take this job and run with it. We've been talking about Woody Marks. Woody and Chubb jokes aside, we've been making this joke for a couple of weeks now.
Yeah.
So if Woody Marks is gone in your league, you have only yourself to blame. By the way, this week they play the Ravens. No team in the NFL gives up more fantasy points to opposing running backs than the Baltimore Ravens. So great matchup for Woody Marks off of his best game of the season. He is the number one pick on all positions to me this week on waivers.
Scott McClory, nothing should kill the Chubb. Well, the time might be here.
It's withering.
It's quivering. I mean, I'm just telling you, like, we love the Chubbler. The original Chubbler.
The original Chubbler. The OG Chubbler.
Yeah, the OC, the original Chubbler.
That's right.
But again, I'm just telling you, like, when you have a Chubb and then a young Woody shows up, the Chubb goes down. It is what it is. Everyone knows that.
I thought you were teeing something up just to keep it rolling. Our next player, Rashad White.
Let's move on to Rashad White.
By the way, Woody Marks, 69% available. I don't want to leave that out.
Yeah, it's 69% available.
You love it? Unbelievable. Like, you really can't make it up at this point.
You know what? God bless you, Peacock, for continuing to air us.
We'll see.
We'll see. Yeah, I was going to say, we'll see. Rashad White, 59% available, and that's because Todd Bowles, this is per Rick Stroud, who does a great job covering the Bucs for a long time now,
Yeah, he does.
is concerned about Bucky Irving here. So Rashad White might be needed based on just, this is the exact, when asked if Bucky Irving was among the injured players he was concerned about, Todd Bowles said, yeah, he's one of them. So Bucky Irving, a smaller running back, he obviously with a heavier workload, and they trust Rashad White if they need to give Bucky a breather.
He's had 9 games in which he's had at least 12 touches. This is last year, in basically the same offense. And he averaged 16 fantasy points per game. Is he as explosive as Bucky Irving? No, he's not. But will he get a bigger role on one of the better offenses in the NFL? Yes, he will. Also want to mention Sean Tucker, who averaged over 7 yards per carry last year, per touch, I should say. And so I think it would be a bit of a committee between White and Tucker, but both guys would have value if Irving were to miss time. And this is not a shock because that was one of the there were so few anti-Bucky Irving arguments, but that was one of them coming out of college. Did he have the size to be able to be a guy that could be an every down workhorse back? And people didn't think he could be more of a complimentary player, and then he just sort of took over that Tampa Bay backfield down the stretch last year. And so he's had an incredible workload so far this season. He's been everything you would hope when you drafted him, but banged up, MRI today. We will see. We'll hope for the best, but there's a chance that he's going to miss some time.
Yeah, the thing, too, is that you have to learn the language of these coaches and how they speak. And Todd Bowles saying, yeah, concerned. That's DEFCON 5. Todd Bowles never says anything about anything. Yes. It's different. Like Pete Carroll and Kyle Shanahan can't trust anything they say about injuries. Todd Bowles is usually pretty vague and doesn't really say much at all. The fact that he says, yeah, he's concerned. It's not, we'll see.
But again, but by the way, but again, he was asked a question. He didn't come up and bring it up. He's asked a question like, are you concerned about Bucky Irving? Yeah, sure. You know what I mean? But it's not like it's, does that mean like, hey, I just want to make sure Bucky's okay? Or does that mean like, oh, God, if Bucky's out, I'm screwed? Like, there's a wide range of outcomes there.
It's not easy to read Todd Bowles. No. The voice is always just
it's always like that.
Tone.
His blood pressure is 0.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's Jalen Hurts in a big moment.
And I just want to say this, because I've heard the internet rumors. I do not believe the conspiracy theories that Todd Bowles actually been dead for 3 years. And this is a weekend at Bernie's thing. I don't believe it. I know it's out there. I'm just saying it's not true. I don't believe those conspiracy theories. I think he is very much among the living. It is not a weekend at Bernie's thing with Todd Bowles. Hey, it's Matthew Berry from NBCSports.com and RotoWorld.com. And I want to thank you so much for watching whatever it is you just watched. Or if nothing else, being too lazy to click out of the autoplay after this video started, after whatever it is you actually wanted to watch finished. But now that you're here, I'd like to take a moment here to ask you respectfully now, okay? I'm asking you respectfully to subscribe to the NFL on NBC YouTube channel. You'll get the latest RotoWorld fantasy news headlines, all sorts of great shows, including my own Fantasy Football Happy Hour. So go subscribe now. Again, I'm asking respectfully.